Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to talk about this chess game and we are also going to talk about success a little bit. So let's get started. So here I played e3, he played e5, controlling the center. These two squares are very important right from the start. So when if you see the game of chess, then it is more about going slow and steadily. It is more about going with that slow and steady space. So here also he's trying to develop his pieces very slow and steadily with tremendous amount of patience. Now I pushed my pawn here again. I am also trying to develop my pieces very slowly and with patience. He is also now thinking about controlling this all these four center squares, which you can see with the pawn sliding. So he's again going very slowly and with patience. I am also developing my bishop. This is going to be a very powerful diagonal for my bishop. So again, if you see, then I'm more thinking about utilizing my square, so which is also very very patientful approach. I am not in any kind of hurry and my opponent is also not in any kind of hurry. Now he's also developing his bishop on d6 because this bishop is very strong and very powerful on these squares. So again he's also going with patience and he's being cautious, he's being conservative, and that's what the life is all about. That's what the success is all about. You have to be cautious as well, you have to be conservative as well. What if you fail when you are trying to achieve something? Can you handle the failure? So the game of chess teaches us a lot about success and failure as well, but most importantly it is more about being patient. It is more about going slowly. It is more about utilizing the resources which you have. The way right now I am also developing this knight because this knight was doing nothing here. So it is more about utilizing my resources and controlling better squares. And again, this requires patience. Whenever you want to utilize your resources in your life, you need to have patience, and here also you need patience in game of chess. Now he pushed his pawn again. He is going very slowly and he's just trying to improve his position slowly, and that's what makes a good chess player. Whenever you have patience, whenever you try to improve slowly, then you are more likely to win. And the same rule applies even in your life as well. You have to improve yourself slowly and with patience. You have to go extremely slowly. Now I pushed my queen here again. I'm just trying to I'm not putting my queen here somewhere like that. I'm just putting it here. It's a very safe square. I mean, it's not a very aggressive move. It is also very slow move, and that's the reason why this move also shows a little bit of patience. And again, the same rule applies even for succeeding in life as well. In whatever field you are, whatever you are doing in your life, if you really want to succeed in your life, you need to have that slow and steady approach. You need to have patience. You are going to get knocked out every day, but you will have to stand up again every day. That's how the life works basically. Now I went for castling, long castle, making my king safe. Again, this is also very slow and steady approach. Now he is going for b5, trying to attack on my king side. I pushed my pawn here on h3. Again, I'm also not in any kind of hurry because I want to play this move, but if I play directly this move, then this pawn will be captured because this knight would be attacking it, this bishop would be attacking it, and only queen will be supporting it. So it's very dangerous for me. So again, this shows patience and that slow and steady growth, that slow and steady approach. So that's the reason why I played this move first. So then later, after a couple of moves like this, I can simply play this. So now this pawn is supported by this pawn. So again, even if I wanted to move this simple pawn here, I needed that slow and steady approach. I needed to be calm. I needed to not break into this tense situation and just simply play this. So that's what the success is also all about. It is always going to be about whether you are going to break in your whenever you are in trouble, when you are in tense situation, if you are going to break, then you are going to miss out on success. That's how it works. So again, this shows very much a slow and steady approach. Now he puts his knight here. I simply captured it. Now if you see, then how beautifully maneuvered his knight. He played his knight here first, and then he played his knight here and forced me to action this knight, because my knight here was blocking this pawn from attacking, and also it was making this knight was making this king safe, and he really wanted these pieces to come and attack. So for that he needed to remove this knight. So again, if you see here, then what you realize is that he really had a lot of patience. He first pushed his knight here, and then pushed his knight here, and then forced me to exchange it, and now he will start attacking. So again, it took him couple of moves, but he had planning, he had perseverance to put that knight on the right square, so he can make my king weak. Now my this pawn is weak. So again, this shows, a lot of patience and a lot of slow and steady approach, and that's what the game of chess is all about. That's what it teaches us overall in our life as well. It is more about showing patience under tense situation. It is more about having the skill to go slow and steadily. Now I pushed my king here, he pushed his pawn here, now pushed my pawn here, he pushed his queen here. Now the funny thing is that this was a mistake, and I captured this pawn, captured my pawn, and now I pushed my king here because there was no other move. Then he pushed his knight here. Now I can simply capture this pawn, pushes his king here for castling, and now I simply moved my queen here because I wanted this bishop to be developed, because I am not able to utilize these resources. This bishop is a very good bishop, and I wanted it to be on the right square, so I can attack like this or something like that may happen. So again, this shows, that slow and steady approach. I am not in any kind of hurry that I could have developed my bishop here, but it would be a pretty bad move. I know it is not a good move for my bishop, not a good square for my bishop. So in order to put my bishop on a good square, I needed to have patience. I needed to have the patience to push my queen first here, and then I can put my bishop here. So again, this shows a lot about success as well, that at every stage you need to have that calmer mind, you need to have that patientful mind, you need to have that patience to utilize your resources the way I'm going to utilize my bishop on this square gradually. Pushes his pawn here and then pushes his bishop there, and now I'm putting my bishop on the d3 square. So as you can see, I had that patience. Now he captures it. Now again, I have that patience to put my knight on here, because this knight was doing nothing here. So once it comes here, it can go here or here. Stuff like that can happen, and that would be pretty good. So again, I have that patience to not touch this rook, not touch this rook, not play the queen again and again, not play the bishop again, but to use my another resource which was just doing nothing, sitting there without doing anything. So I really needed to utilize that resource, and that requires patience. You also have a lot of resources in your life, but to utilize those resources which can help you become successful, you need to have patience. Maybe you have some skill which you are not aware of, maybe you have some other talent which you are not aware of, but to integrate that talent, that resource which you have in your professional life, you need to have that slow and steady approach. You need to have that patience and ability to stay calm under the difficult situation. Now he pushes the rook here, putting the queen here. He pushes the rook there, and then I played the queen here. So now there is this checkmate threat. So if you see, then I simply had that patience to first put my queen here, and then I put my queen here. So now this checkmate here, the checkmate is coming, so I can stop the checkmate. At the same time, I can also try to attack and do my opponent's checkmate. So again, this requires patience as well. It's not going to happen overnight. I had to first put my queen here, and then I can put my queen here. So again, this shows that slow and steady approach, and that's what people do. They do not want to they want success quickly. They do not want to have that patience of putting that queen here first, and then you have to utilize it like this. People do not know that. They do not want to do that in their professional life. They just want the things quickly. They want to think that, what, my senior is not listening to me, my boss is not listening to me, and because of that I don't want to be successful. Because of that I'm not getting the results that I want. That's all pretty unfair to say, if you personally ask me, because it requires patience. You can blame others, but the ultimate reality, that it is you only and only you whom you can blame. Now I pushed my knight here on the f4 square. As you can see now, this beautiful knight from from here it came here, and now it is coming here. So again, I'm trying to utilize my this beautiful resource, and that's what matters. You have the talent, you have the skills, you have the money maybe as well, but you just don't know how to utilize that capital. You don't know how to utilize your skill. You don't know how to utilize your passion into your success. That's the biggest problem with most of the people, and that's what chess and each and every move, this beautiful move like this teaches us, you know. Now this my opponent pushed this bishop here, pushed my pawn here because he wanted to play this. Anyways, he played this, captured, and then I pushed my queen here. Again, I cannot leave this, you know, diagonal, because there is this checkmate hanging here after a couple of moves, so I cannot do that. So again, this requires patience. You need to be alert whenever you are in trouble, whenever you are facing some serious situation. You need to be alert that to how much harm it can do, how much damage it can do. Here, if I was not alert, then, you know, if I had put my queen somewhere else, then there would be trouble for me as well. So it's very always essential and important to understand that you need to be alert whenever facing any tense situation in your life. That's what chess teaches us. And whenever you are having that kind of, you know, tense situation, chess always comes very handy, because it constantly teaches us to stay calm. It constantly teaches us to stay cool. Now he blundered and I captured it. Now this was clearly winning for me. Bishop takes h7, king here. Now knight check. I think this was a mistake from my side, and the game continued, and I only lost this game because of this time trouble, because I only had 4 seconds left while playing all these moves. So because of that only I lost. If I had more time, I could have easily won this game. But you all understand the concept of patience in chess. That's my whole point was it. Even in life also the same rule applies. It means the success comes only when you have patience, you have that slow and steady, you have that calm approach. Without that calm approach, nobody can become successful, and that's what chess is all about. You have to be calmer. The more you are calmer under tense situation, more you are likely to be successful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, you enjoyed this content, and if you did, then you can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel as well. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care, bye bye.